looks like a piece of a tool. Okay, now I can use this pole.
It's dangerous! Don't get too close! It's a real demon! It could rip off your arm!
In fact, that leopard in the cage, where does he come from?
I don't know. All I can say is that it's a ferocious beast. The gardener lets it loose at night so it can devour prowlers.
Excuse me? What perfume? You never mentioned perfume, and I don't have any.
The favorite's bottle is empty. But Madame Swaffy must keep some in reserve somewhere.
I have to go. Hi. Huh. How can a leopard become a prince's companion?
It was certainly a rather curious idea of the prince to make it the centerpiece of his garden.
Isn't this animal dangerous, Madame Swaffy?
This beast has a soul as black as his coat. Don't trust it for a second.
The leopard is pacing circles in his cage. He's bored.
The gardener lets it loose at night. It runs about the garden as it pleases. Our prince says that it scares off prowlers.
Goodbye, Madame Swaffy.
May clear skies go with you, my child.
Hey, I saw these flowers in my dream. So, these are the sought-after Gandia flowers. I've got the perfume, Aisha.
Excellent. Okay then, let me help you get dressed. I will make you the most beautiful favorite there ever was.
Do you think the prince will be taken in?
If you're careful, yes.
Is it you?
Hello.
No, you are not my favorite. Who is there? I can't see you.
Hello. My name is Anne Smith.
Anne Smith, you say? So I see. Anne Smith. Now that is curious, really.
Yes, that's it. Anne Smith.
Anne Smith is also the name of an English explorer that wrote a remarkable little book, The Lost Paradise of Morania. Quite a coincidence.
Anne Smith is a very common name, you know.
You are this young girl they found in the desert, are you not? Your plane was shot down by the rebels. You are very lucky to be here, young lady.
Today, Prince, today I feel my destiny is in your hands.
I am not your enemy, Anne Smith. Rest assured.
I need your help. I need to go home.
That will not be possible. These are troubled times. Morania is at war.
That leopard makes my head spin.
Do you mean to say that you don't like this animal? Really? I must say you are a strange girl, Anne Smith.
It acts like it seems to know me. It's crazy. It sets me on edge.
I can understand that. All the more because you don't know much about you. I think you will have to be very wary of him.
But it's so calm here.
True. We are sheltered for the time being within these walls. But the rebels will soon be here, and the people in town are worried.
Why don't you leave?
I cannot abandon my people.
But what will you do then?
Nothing. What would you have me do? I have always been a prudent man, but I doubt that will suffice. Much blood will be shed in this country.
But if the rebels are murderers, you have to fight them.
Our king is old and weakened. The army is in full retreat because it feels its commander is wavering. What is to be gained from fighting?
So, you know the king well?
I have served him to my best. I was even one of his ministers, a diplomat of sorts. Then I took care of my own affairs and this town. Twice a year the king used to stop at Maragan. The whole town would celebrate his arrival. But it has been 10 years since we last had the honor of his royal visit.
Why doesn't Rodan come anymore?
Rodan is not the man he was. He has become a brooding and solitary figure.
So, Rodan is no longer a good king for Morania?
One should not speak of our king in this manner, Miss Smith. In Morania, we do not speak of such things. Rodan is the king.
I don't know what I came here for.
Well, you most certainly had a very good reason to come here in Morania, with the country in full revolt.
I can remember nothing. In fact, I don't even remember who I am.
One does not come to Morania for nothing, Anne Smith.
I'm sorry I took the place of your favorite wife.
It was a very audacious thing to do. Too daring to be punished.
I have to go home, to Geneva.
It is not a simple thing to return to Europe in these times, nor anywhere else for that matter. The rebels hold the north, and from what I have heard, the airport is in their hands.
But I must have family and friends who are worried about me in Geneva, and I need to see a doctor, too.
Do you like stories, Anne Smith? I would like to tell you one.
I tell you I need to go home, and you want to tell me a story?
It's about a leopard, as black as night. You know, the one that turns in his cage in the garden. I heard that you have become somewhat attached to this animal.
People make up a lot of stories in this palace. But I do want to hear your story about the leopard.
We don't know much about him. A while ago, he was sold by some poachers to a certain prince, an acquaintance of mine. This prince had gotten it into his head to train the animal to hunt gazelles in the desert. But the leopard, it seems, had already learned a thing or two in his own life. Too many things for his own good, most probably. The leopard was rather disinclined to bend to the will of its trainer, and he certainly had not the slightest intention of running long distances under the desert sun. A leopard is a silent hunter of the shadows. What is more, everyone in Africa knows this. But the prince was ignorant of these things. He gave up on ever being able to train the creature and abandoned it in its cage.
But, Your Highness, what has this leopard got to do with me?
The leopard grew weary of its cage, so the ignorant prince decided to return the animal to its birthplace. He bid a young girl by the name of Anne Smith to return the animal to the wild. The young girl and the animal would have to traverse all the lands of Morania on their way home.
I have to cross the whole country with a leopard along for the ride just to get home? Now, that's a funny story.
It is a long journey, I agree with you. But today, it is the only possible journey. And this is no ordinary leopard, you know.
This country is big. It will be a very long journey.
Yes, quite so. You will need to travel to the far side of the southern provinces. From there, you can cross the frontier and take a plane or a ship and return to Europe, if that is still your desire.
But how will I get there? I don't have a car or any supplies. I don't even have any food for such a journey.
You are free to leave the palace. You've already proven yourself very resourceful. You'll find everything else you need in town.
A leopard? What kind of traveling companion is that?
You have much to learn about this animal. You will see.
I have to go.
I've got nothing to tell you at the moment.